All right, y'all, what's up? This is PNTV number 3. How y'all doing? This episode is pretty much called the fuck shit. I'm outside. Hopefully I can get this done before it gets too dark. It's already 8:30 at night, and this was supposed to be done on Monday, and this is now Thursday. It's Thursday night, so I want to get this done. My notes are sketchy as fuck, so let's see what we can start off with. I wanted to start off with Charlene Lyles. Charlene Lyles was another black woman that was gunned down in her home by the Seattle Police Department. She called for assistance with a burglary. 2 officers appeared at her house. They said that she was wielding a knife, and they both shot her in front of her kids. Okay, so this has become an ongoing thing, an ongoing tale that they are just shooting us down when we call them for help. They just shoot us down in front of our kids. They claim, the Seattle Police Department claimed, they had arrested her on June 5th, and there was already an incident where she was abusive to police officers, or she was helping obstruct justice with police officers. So they already consider her a hostile person, because normally Seattle only sends 1 person for a burglary call, and they showed it with 2. Now, me, if somebody breaks into my motherfucking house and I call police, while I'm waiting on the police to show up, I'm most likely going to be holding a weapon. So the knife is not a fucking concern to me. The knife is really fucking irrelevant. Her life was relevant. They had no reason to shoot this woman. They played the video or the recording, and you can hear on the recording the officer screaming, "Back away, back away, back away." So that's their justification to say, "Hey, proof, we told her to back away from us, and she was running up on us with this knife." Okay, if y'all motherfuckers want to believe that shit, y'all can believe it. But you know, God doggone well, as you've seen in many instances, on many cases, they can have your ass pinned to the ground, knee to the neck, 6 or 7 motherfucking police officers on you, got the handcuffs on you, and I've already shot you dead, and they will still be screaming, "Stop resisting arrest." So saying on the fucking video or on a tape, "Back away, don't tell me shit." It don't tell me a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here with my dog, so hopefully he don't go crazy. So the police department, the Seattle Police Department, was already under FBI investigation as of 2012. Hold on for a second. Okay, so the Seattle Police Department has already been under FBI investigation since 2012. And the reason why they were under FBI investigation and operating under what's the word I'm looking for? It's a decree that the police department, I write that in my notes too so you can know. It's a decree that they operate under, a consent decree. That's what it is. It's a consent decree. Basically means that your cases have to be looked at and reviewed by the FBI before you can move forward on any type of shit. They've already operated under it. Basically, they was about to be shut the fuck down, and they got this decree to operate under that, to at least stay open while, you know, people just look over their shoulder. That's pretty much what they've been doing that since 2012. And the reason why? For excessive force use against black people. So this department has already been under this certain type of scrutiny, and this particular woman, of course, y'all saying, y'all was so scared for y'all life. When these motherfuckers, if y'all that motherfucking scared of as police officers, your bitch ass need to quit. That's like telling me you motherfucking scared of heights, but you want to skydive. Get the fuck out of here. You teaching people to skydive, but you scared of heights. That's some dumb ass shit. Okay, so that particular department, they said it was 2 white officers who shot her down. As of today, I had not researched to see what the names of those officers were. And the cat and the dog. And I found out that there's 50% of their cases that they have in that particular department. They're claiming that the reason that they kill people is 50% of their kills, my bad, what the police have killed, 50% of that has been due to the fact they claim some mental instability. Hold on for a second. Alright, I'm talking about, I need to finish this video before it get dark. I need to finish this video for these fucking mosquitoes eating my black ass up. So, you know what? I know that there's a lot of black people with mental instability. I know there's a lot of black people suffering from PTSD, from various amount of reasons, being raped or molested, the military, whatever your reason may be. We are suffering from those types of things. But I'm so sick of us, people, period, always using mental instability. No, she shouldn't have died because she was mentally unstable. No, she just shouldn't have fucking died, period. Let's leave it at that. Okay, speaking of that, the Philando Castile case. We're all aware that Philando Castile, the cop who shot him and killed him, murdered him, basically got off. We all know that. And since, like I said, I was going to put this video up on Monday, but since then, the video footage from the dash cam came out to show that he shot directly into the car with the kid. He'd been handcuffed. I believe her name is Crystal. He'd been handcuffed her and had the kid in the back of the squad car after he murdered him. And but everything that they're showing on the video, like he asked for the license. We already know that. Everything that they're showing on the video, she already showed on her video. So did we need a motherfucking cop's dash cam to prove what her video already showed? What we trying to say, that her shit wasn't valid enough to be used? I didn't get that. So these mosquitoes are fucking me up. I may have to go in the house. Hold on. And if I find my off. Alright, y'all, I had went and put some tea tree oil on my skin. They say essential oils keep mosquitoes away. I know spearmint does. And peppermint. We'll see how this tea tree oil do. So anywho, so like I said, I didn't understand why the fuck we needed to see the dash cam, because we already saw her video, and her video said the same thing that we already knew. He had told him that he had a gun. This was in a license to carry state, and he had a registered permit for it anyway. So he shouldn't have been dead. But like, if y'all look back at young Tamir Rice, he was in a conceal and carry state too. And the officer claimed he thought he was an adult wielding a gun in the park. John Crawford was also in a conceal and carry state in Walmart, talking on the telephone where they sell these rifles at. He wasn't even concealing. He was just leaning on it, talking on the phone. They still killed their asses dead too. And them officers didn't get nothing either. So they full of fuck when they come to that sentiment. He was scared for his life, and he only pulled him over. It don't went from, these mosquitoes was fucking me up. It don't went from a whole yeah, let's I was scared that we put him over because his turn signal, to he only got pulled over because he had a big ass nose, and we thought from his big ass nose, you know, he could have been a suspect, which was why he was pulled over. You know, so from there, but what I love about this, his motherfucking mama. Thank you, Philando Castile's mama. She got on that TV and she said, fuck this state. Fuck this state and the government and the jury and everybody about it. I'm so glad she did not go up there and offer forgiveness to these motherfuckers. I'm so sick of these parents of these slain family members to go on there and y'all give apology and offer forgiveness for somebody taking out your motherfucking sibling. Like, and most people want to use that as in a Christian, like that's the Christian thing to do. But the Christian thing to do would be not to kill my motherfucking kid. How about that? How about they work on that? My camera is really jumping. I don't know why the fuck it's jumping. So I was very proud of her. I had some notes, but then like we got some other shit popping off. I know y'all heard about the man who was decapitated down in Jackson, Mississippi. If y'all haven't heard about that, it's a modern day lynching going on from the police department on down. Ever since Trump got his ass zero bitch ass motherfucker in office, the racists have came out. They came out in a full circle, full fight, like, hey, we got right and we got cause to do what we ever want to do, and zero bitch ass ain't gonna say nothing because he down for us. He down for the cause. He wants us to eradicate these motherfuckers too in his population control environment. That's what the fuck he trying to do, y'all. So this man, they found his body about a mile away, burned and charred and his head was left on the steps of somebody's home. I don't even think the person where the head was left, they were even related. But I don't even know if this made worldwide news, but the lynchings down in the South, they've had another lynching down there, but they said that nobody's ever been decapitated. Well, shit, you done hung me up, strung me up by a tree with the noose, and snapped my motherfucking neck. The only thing you didn't do was remove my head from my body. So, shit, it's damn near the same thing. To me, it's the same fucking thing. Let's move on. Since I talked about Zero, y'all know Zero was trying this bitch ass on the date of Tupac's movie All Eyes on Me coming out. Zero decided that he was gonna speak on the Cuban policy. You know, President Barack Hussein Obama made a lot of leeway in that area as far as getting sanctions open back up where people can travel back and forth to Cuba. And you know, I said that I needed to give me a ticket to go before they shut this shit back down, because once Zero got to office, they was gonna shut the shit down. Well, what he did, he got on TV and said that he is now gonna go on a full-on manhunt for Assata Shakur, and that Cuba should return her to the U.S. You don't know who Assata Shakur is. She was with the Black Liberation Association, with affiliations with the Black Panthers, and apparently she supposedly shot an officer, a New Jersey cop, back in 1973. That's the year I was born, y'all. 44 fucking years ago. She got tried and sentenced and escaped custody. They said Matula Shakur is the one who helped her escape custody. So she escaped to Cuba. They basically told Zero, fuck you, we ain't returning her, give you the big fuck you. And I appreciate him. Gustavo was like, that ain't not, no, she ain't coming back to America, fuck y'all. And the thing is that not only is she not coming back, I think it's just fucking asinine that they finna go on a fucking manhunt. They finna spend money, time, and resources to hunt somebody who supposedly shot a fucking cop. She ain't even killed the fucking president. She killed the fucking cop, supposedly, allegedly, back in 1970 motherfucking 3. 44 goddamn years ago, and y'all want to spend resources, but you can't afford to keep Medicare. You can't afford to keep the health care plan because it costs you too much money. Social Security is being affected. You're cutting school lunches. You're even fucking with the PBS program, but you could go spend resources to go hunt Assata Shakur. Cuba's like, I wish you motherfucker would come down here and try that bullshit. We ain't returning her ass. So, yeah, Zero gets on my motherfucking nerves. So the next thing that I was going to talk about was, that motherfucker, Steve motherfucking Harvey. On Steve Harvey's talk show. Damn, it's getting super dark. I might have to go in the house. Hold on, I'm gonna go in the house. So before I go any further, and if you want to know, the tea tree oil worked. It kept the mosquitoes from me, but I have on such a thin shirt, like you can see my hand through the shirt, that they motherfuckers bit me up through my shirt. Yes, they did. Okay, so I was on Steve Harvey. So he went on his talk show, and one caller called in, and he was talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, how they lost to GSW, the Golden State Warriors. And Steve Harvey was feeling kind of sensitive. You know how we throw shots, anybody sports fans, we throw shots back at other teams' fans, you know. Well, Steve Harvey decided to talk to this one caller who was dogging him about the Cavs. He was from Flint. Oh, I gotta do this some kind of way where this is not. Oh, hold on, y'all. I don't like that shadow. Guess it's gonna have to have a shadow. That better. I'm learning my shadows with my lights and shit. So he put up there that he start going in on the Flint resident about his health care and about the state of the water and about the people in the community, and like The co-host in the background like, dude, you going too far. And Steve like, I could talk about him. I ain't talking about Flint. I'm talking about him. So the caller got frustrated and decided to hang up. So Steve Harvey comes on and says, before he hung up, he made sure he threw out, you go enjoy your nice brown glass of water. Now, Steve Harvey is still to this day has not apologized, and he won't. He's saying that it was jokes. It's all jokes. And people are really pissed off at Steve Harvey. I say, fuck you, Steve Harvey. I've been saying fuck you, Steve Harvey, since the beginning. Ever since he started doing Miss Universe for Zero. And when he announced the wrong Miss Universe and kept his job, I said that he was in Zero's pocket. And then all of his commentary and him going to meet at the White House. And he's supposed to be on the Housing Authority Committee with old punk-ass Ben Carson stupid ass. I already said that he had already sold his soul to the devil. So I have been feeling fuck Steve Harvey since the beginning. My sister went to one of his shows. It's supposed to be like a singles type of thing. The mosquitoes tore me up. Supposed to be in a singles type of thing. And hold on. And she had an extremely bad experience. They didn't feed him like they were supposed to. It was cold. I had to go break out some alcohol pads. I am ate the fuck up. So Steve Harvey can kiss my ass. But all you motherfuckers that was going around saying, oh, Bill Mayer, he was just joking. You know, he fucked black girls. It was just a joke. Why y'all ain't saying the same thing about Steve Harvey? Because the shit ain't a fucking joke. And it's never been a joke. Him using the slavery as a joke about being a field or a house nigga as if, you know, that's something to make light of. And Steve motherfucking Harvey asked about Flint. These people still going through it. They still have not had their plumbing fixed or corrected or nothing like that. And for your bitch ass to come on here and say, go have a nice brown glass of water, and then say, oh, it's just jokes. Man, fuck you. And the horse you rode in on and the cat you drug you back out with. Fuck all y'all. That's how I feel about Steve Harvey. He's an asshole. Just the mayor, like I said, the mayor requested that Steve Harvey do a formal apology, and he basically said fuck her. That was pretty much it. He basically said fuck her. There was so much more that I want to talk about. I was going to talk about Bill Cosby's mistrial, his hung jury, and like I said, this is why this whole episode is called the fuck shit. Usually it'd be a 3-name thing, but it's just the fuck shit. I honestly believe that Bill Cosby did something. He had already admitted that he gave him drugs, but he said it was all consensual. Now, it was so many women that came forward. But my problem with the whole Bill Cosby thing is not Bill Cosby. It's not the fact that he got off. It's us as black people. This is my problem with it, the whole thing. Bill Cosby went to court, got accused by over 50 different women that said that he drugged and sexually assaulted them. Everybody was holding Bill Cosby up to the light. Like, oh, Cliff Huxtable, our pudding pop man, could never do such a thing because all he's done for the black community. But when it came to Nate Parker, y'all told Nate Parker to fuck down. Boycotted his movies and everything. Now, since Tuesday or Monday, I've learned that the last accuser, who looks like motherfucking, what's that bitch name? Bruce Jenner? What is her name? Caitlyn. Look just like motherfucking Caitlyn Jenner. I'm like, Bill Cosby fucking these hard ass looking women. They look like dudes. I guess something out there for everybody. But some tapes came back that she lied about. So she perjured herself on. So Bill Cosby like, hey, you know, I'm off. But Nate Parker, his particular case, in his trials, if you read through the transcripts, all 300 pages of them. I'm a person that like to read and research, so I read it. The chick in there states too that Nate Parker did not rape her, that they had consensual sex. She got up and took a shower and laid down, and he was in another room. And when she woke up the next day, there was 2 men raping her. One was penetrating her, and one had his dick in her mouth. And with a dick in her mouth, she turned to them and said, "Where's Nate?" He wasn't around. So if you're asking where Nate is and he wasn't around, how are you accusing of rape? Then she come back and try to tell him that she was pregnant. Just try to get him to speak to her. Get him a conversation, and her life is supposed to be messed up because Nate supposedly allowed this rape. Y'all tore him the fuck down. Like I said, he wasn't even charged. He was let off as well. But the reason why y'all tarred and feathered him, y'all said that he should know better. Fucking white girls. Apparently Bill fuck white girls too, but y'all exalting this motherfucker. Y'all such hypocrites. Y'all such fucking hypocrites. Our people are such fucking hypocrites. If it's good for the goose, then it should be good for the gander. Why lift up and exalt Bill Cosby when you didn't do the same thing for Nate? Nate just done a lot for black families and stuff too. The black community as well. Bill Cosby has been in the game longer because fuck, you 3 times older than Nate. But yeah. Why the double standard, people? My community, my black people. Why the double standard? But see, the thing with Bill Cosby that gets me is that I think this came from Felicia Rashad, if not mistaken, who said, "Forget these women. This was all about tearing down Bill Cosby." It might have been very true, but we should never forget the women. We should never forget the accusers, because they very well may be telling the truth. But one of the things I said, like I said, I believe he did something, but not necessarily all those women. I don't think all of them were telling the truth. I believe, this is my thought process on it, I believe that, because back in the day, this was like the 60s, 70s. What black man do you know fucking all these white women, raping them and drugging them, and live to tell the tale? He's 79 years old right now. What black man? This is a magical motherfucker. I don't know, all them pudding pops must have did him some good. Because Bill wasn't even like really revered. He was a good comedian. People know him. But he was revered once he got to be Cliff Huxtable. That was the 80s, wasn't it? Late 80s, 90s. So, what black man do you know is raping all these fucking white women and getting away with it? Get off the table. What black man do you know? So, I said, I didn't believe all of it. What I said was, these were a bunch of fucking groupies who was trying to come up on the rise with Bill Cosby, white, black, and otherwise. And they drinking and drugging with him like they did back in the day, because everybody want to live the life of a rock star. And you could be a writer of a book back in the 60s, 70s, and you was living the life of the rock star, drugging and drinking. And they just want to be put on. And they didn't get put on like they thought that he was going to put them on. So now their fucking feelings hurt. And somebody who might have had a legitimate case that they brought out is now getting all this backup from all these other women to try to make him look bad. They knew they couldn't try them cases. Statute of limitations had went out the window. Only this one person that looked like Caitlyn motherfucking Jenner. She looked hard. That's an ugly ass woman. And yes, I judge on this fucking channel. She's an ugly ass fucking woman. I'm thinking, damn, Bill, you stuck your dick in that? Oh, you tried to? Okay, so let me get off Bill Cosby for a minute. Let me go into some good things. Good things. Okay, so last week before last, the Powerball was up to $450 million. I played. I remember I was going to Detroit when I played it. I normally don't play. I usually buy a ticket and I like take my chance with that one ticket. If I win, I win. I won $5. Well, that was of all the tickets that I had, because I think I bought a Show Me, I bought a Mega Millions, and I bought a Powerball. So I spent like $4 and I won $5. So I got my $5 back. So when I think Angela from B Fabulous You had tagged me in the article about this family that won. It was a black family that won. Turn up, turn up, turn up. They won $429 million. And they have vowed... No, we can do that right now. They have vowed to donate to organizations to help poverty and help combat poverty. The family's out of New Jersey. So I'm not as sure they paid off all their student loans, all their bills first. That's the first thing they said they was gonna do. Hey, big ups. But I wonder exactly what they're gonna do with the money. Like, how they're gonna do the checks and balances with these companies to make sure that the money is going where it's needed. Or should they start their own organization? I think they should start their own organization, so that way they could be certain. I want to do a utility thing where people who are in need of utility services, they might be in threat of getting lights and gas and water. There should be nobody in the city of St. Louis this summer that don't have air or air conditioning. I want to, if I had that type of money, I want to do one of those type programs. I actually said that if I ever won a lottery, I was buying me a whole motherfucking town, and we finna have Black Wall Street all over again. My white friends, y'all can come visit, but this town is gonna be for us, by us, black people. That's all it's gonna be. That's how my brain set was working. So yeah, they're gonna donate a lot of their money to help combat poverty. And speaking of donations, rapper Jay-Z on Father's Day decided to do jail bailouts. Based off of his research, he had found that in Rikers Island alone, that over 80%, make sure I got that number right before I lie to you guys. Oh, I need to write that down. That over 80% of people that was incarcerated were in jail solely because, or still in jail solely because they couldn't afford to pay bail. So they just sitting there riding it out till their cases come up. And I said this in a Queen Sugar video. Go back and watch that episode. It was pretty good. The first premiere and the second, actually. I said in that video that there's a lot of black men who either just don't want to pay the bill, can't afford to pay the bail, or don't even get a bail set, that are just sitting in jail. I know downtown St. Louis is where one of our major judicial systems are at. There's people who haven't been processed yet. They're waiting on processing, so they don't even have a bail amount to get their seals bailed out. I think Kenan's daddy was in jail down there for months, and he couldn't plead anything because he hadn't been processed yet. And while he was down there, he was telling me that there was a guy that had been over there over 18 months, still waiting just to be booked through the system. When I got incarcerated before, they fucked up my name, so nobody could bail me out because shit, I didn't exist in the system. They fucked my name up on purpose just so they could keep my black ass in there. So there's situations like that. So I was very happy to see that Jay-Z was donating. People said he was bailing people out, and it makes you think that he's going to the jail and say, hey, dropping some dollars down and bail people out. That's not what he was doing. What he was doing was going to different organizations that already have bailout programs and giving money to them so they could bail people out for Father's Day. I don't know how the families were selected, but they said he helped over 100 families reunite with fathers on Father's Day. So yeah, that was a good case. That was a good cause. That's PNTV for y'all. Thank y'all so much for being patient with me. I was having technical difficulties earlier this week. My camera is crashing once it hits 17 minutes, so I have to keep pausing. You see, keep my arm going up. I have to keep pausing and stopping the camera and starting back over. And I keep forgetting to look here instead of over here. Here. That's where. Hey girl, hey. That's where the camera's at. So, PNTV is in full effect. But I had to get this to you. I had to get some stuff off my chest. I had to get it out. There was so much more that I want to talk about on the Bill Cosby case. There's so much more that I want to talk about in my Travel and Talk Tuesday. But Travel and Talk Tuesday can always come together at another time. As of right now, in addition to the fuck shit, another little short, we still don't have a network for Underground. And I have tagged and tweeted and hashtagged a motherfucker out of John Legend, Misha Green, Joe Pekowski, even the cast members, Aisha Hines, Journey Smollett. I've been tagging the hell out of them, Alano Miller, and nobody has responded to say what the fuck is going on with Underground. And I think we as fans should have a right to know, is it coming back or not? You asked us to help you find a network. You wanted us to hashtag and tweet. That lasted 6 motherfucking hours, and I haven't even seen any of the show cast members or the writers or the producers do anything else themselves as far as promoting or trying to get with a new network. Last thing I heard was DeWanna Wise was saying, hey, let's try to get it on Netflix. And that's because Misha Green, who is one of the writers, has another show that's being picked up on Netflix, and they thought that was probably the best bet, I'm assuming. But nothing. We don't get, as the fans, get nothing back. I'm getting frustrated because I want to know what the fuck is going on with my damn show. We had 3 more seasons to go. Somebody need to tell me something. Somebody need to tell me something quick. Alright, y'all. PNTV, Poetry's News and Twisted Views. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like any videos around my channel, hit a thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter for the announcements, like my camera equipment and why this video is so fucking late. And I will talk to y'all again soon. Next video will probably be on Sunday for part of my weight loss edition if you're interested in my weight loss. Alright, y'all. Peace.